Sin City. Now, Sin City is a crime/drama that came out in 2005. It's based off Frank Miller's graphic novel of the same name. The cast involved Elijah Wood, Jessica Alba, Bruce Willis, Michael Madsen, Michael Clarke Duncan, and a whole bunch of other folks. Now, this movie started off with some narration, and it's a lot of narration throughout this entire story. It works and really builds as the movie goes along. Essentially, the movie is broken down to 3 different parts. And these parts are just 3 different stories. In one of these stories, you have Bruce Willis, who plays a good cop. And what he's doing is tracking down this child killer/rapist. So he finds this child killer/pedophile, disfigure him, and save a little girl's life. But the pedophile was the son of a senator, and Bruce Willis' partner ended up betraying him. So Bruce Willis does 8 years in prison, end up having to come back to save that little girl and to kill the pedophile once and for all. And at the end of that story, he had to end up taking his own life. I think it was done well, and they gave a good amount of time for his story to play out. Now, in another story, we follow this guy named Mickey. He's this big, muscle-bound vigilante. He spent this one passionate night with a beautiful hooker named Goldie. And while they were asleep, someone came in their room and murdered Goldie. Mickey realized what happened, and now the police are outside his door. So he get framed for the murder of Goldie, and now we follow him as he track down the real killer. I'ma tell you, it's a lot of ass whoopings that happen for him to get the information that he needs. Mickey is one tough son of a bitch. From being shot to stabbed to ran over, just won't kill him. All in the process to find Goldie killer. And the killer, I mind you, is very, very, very sick. He's accountable, for Christ's sakes, that feed human scraps to his wolf. Yes, to his wolf. And when Mickey get his hands on him, it's so satisfying. He tortured him, feed him to his wolf, and cut off his head. But Mickey had to go to prison for all the people that he killed, and they blamed everything on him. He was sent to the electric chair, and that was the end of his story. Now the next story is about Dwight McCarthy. So he's dating this girl named Shelly. But she got an ex-boyfriend called Jackie Boy that shows up to her place. He is drunk and he starts beating on her in front of his friends. He didn't know that Dwight was there, and Dwight ambushed him and threatened to kill him. So Jackie Boy decides to leave her place all mad, and Dwight decides to follow him. So they both end up in Old Town, where Dwight reunites with his former lover Gail. And Dwight tries to warn Gail of what could happen. And while this going on, Jackie Boy is talking to a prostitute. And he tries to buy it, and she's not selling it. So he get mad and threaten her with his gun. And this girl named Miho goes crazy. She is this Asian prostitute samurai. And she kills them all by herself. So they start digging through these dead guys' pockets. And it turns out that Jackie Boy wasn't only an abuser, but he was a cop. So now Dwight has to hide their corpses in the tar pit. But things don't go all the way to plan, so mercenaries try to take Jackie Boy's head to the police. And Dwight's former lover Gail gets kidnapped. He ends up saving her, and with him and Gail and the rest of her girls, they took them all out. And that is the conclusion of the movie. And throughout the movie, they had a lot of inner monologues going on where they was talking to themselves. And it worked really well because it built their character development. You was literally inside of their mind, hearing their perspective and seeing why they was doing what they was doing. I really felt a connection with all the characters. The action was on point and the dialogue was fabulous. With the style and everything, you can tell that Quentin Tarantino had his hand in it. Watching this movie is like seeing a dark comic book comes to life. It's like mostly shot in dark black and gray. And when they decide to give blood or something color, it be very, very bright. You can clearly see the contrast between that and the background of the surrounding area. It was pulled off without flaws. My favorite story of this entire movie was Mickey. It was very interesting watching him put together the pieces of the puzzle and tracking down Goldie's killer. His story arc wasn't drawn out too long and it fitted him well. His interactions with the other characters was good and he brought me into the story with him. It made the movie more enjoyable for me, and this is why this is my favorite part of all the three stories. And all in all, I absolutely loved the movie. I highly recommend you watch it. If you hadn't, you won't be disappointed. So have you seen Sin City? What are your thoughts? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed day.